There you are, let's go! Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new around here, I'm Jet Ski Chuck. We dive into all types of disturbing, mysterious, strange, creepy videos all across the internet. I try my best to edit out all the curse words just because I don't want any of that negativity going out in your living room just because I love you like that. We may run across some things we don't agree with, but that's okay, we're going to get through it. Don't believe anything you see on this video. For context, 2 things we need to do before we get started. 1, hit that like button. 2, hit that subscribe button. With that being said, this is the most disturbing videos on the internet today. Let's dive in.
The U.S. military at DARPA has literally just developed the very first fighter jet that runs purely on AI and put it into a dogfight. It's a fly-by-wire fighter jet, which means it's on the grid. We're talking about Skynet now, but Skynet with a consciousness. Isn't that the movie Terminator? Didn't we already watch that movie Terminator? We didn't learn anything from the Hollywood movie. It was a documentary. And now we're living it in real time. We got to be careful. All this tech that we keep getting, way before we are consciously ready to even handle it. We're not spiritually ready to handle a lot of this technology.
Actually, I'm ready. All I play is Ace Combat. I've been training my whole life for this. Taking down drones, afterburner climax, what? I'm ready. Put me in a fighter jet. Tell me where the drones are, I'm ready! Box 1, fire!
This is the manticore, otherwise known as the Persian man-eater. We're told that this is a mythological beast with a lion's body, a scorpion's tail that's capable of shooting poisonous barbs from long distances, a human face, 3 rows of teeth, most often women's hair, and some of them have wings, and their heads would shapeshift from a human head to a lion's head. These were only recorded for about 3 years in Persian mythology, from about 5 BC to 3 BC. They're even in some old encyclopedias, and they called them man-eaters because they were known to stalk their prey until they caught it. If this thing had its eye on you, you were not going to get away from it. And they were thought to eat the person whole. A lot of you already know where I'm about to take this. Revelation 9. In appearance, the locusts were like horses prepared for battle. On their heads were what looked like crowns of gold. Their faces were like human faces, their hair like women's hair, and their teeth like lions' teeth. They had breastplates like breastplates of iron, and the noise of their wings was like the noise of many chariots with horses rushing into battle. They have tails and stings like scorpions, and their power to hurt people for 5 months in their tails. I think it's time to take a deeper look at everything they've ever told us was mythology, because
that thing is absolutely terrifying. Like, how would you fight one of these things? It's coming at you like a lion. It's probably larger than a lion, probably the size of a horse. You're going to need that sword and shield, at least. This is absolutely terrifying.
The lowest point is the doorway to your highest self. For when the heart breaks, something far deeper is taking place than mere misfortune. We often don't realize the value of the darkness until it has passed. For only in the absence of light that we learn to become the light. The human mind seeks comfort, but the soul stirs for change. It longs to grow, not to stay the same. As I've said before, the meaning of life is just to be alive. And yet we resist the very currents that are pulling us into deeper awareness of that aliveness. You're not here to chase happiness like a dog chasing its tail. Happiness is a byproduct of becoming whole. And wholeness requires contrast. Dark and light, sorrow and joy, breaking and rebuilding. So when it hurts, let it hurt. Don't run. Sit with it. Listen to it. And when you finally rise from it, you'll realize the joy was never in the outcome, but in the transformation. Feed the soul, not the ego. Choose evolution over escape, and the light you're searching for will no longer be something you find. It will be something you are.
The value of darkness and pain.
So let me get this straight. You believe in dinosaurs, but you don't believe in dragons? Did you know in the 1936 Webster's Dictionary, the word dragon was listed as a real creature, a huge serpent, just now rare. Not imaginary, not make-believe, rare. Now take a look at this picture, burn it into your mind, because I'm about to read something from an old book in my collection. This is an account of Marco Polo's travels, where he wrote about huge serpents. In this province are found snakes and great serpents of such vast size as to strike fear into those who see them. They have 2 forelegs near the head. The head is very big and the eyes are bigger than a great loaf of bread. The mouth is large enough to swallow a man whole. Those who take them proceed to extract the gall from the inside. If a woman is hard in labor, they give her such a dose and she is delivered at once. Again, if one has a gall, he shall speedily be. So a natural from a creature that we are told never existed. If it did exist, that would be a big problem for big pharma. Now, let's talk about dinosaurs. The word dinosaur wasn't invented until 1842, and nearly all ancient civilizations depicted dragons in art, writing, or another form. And the dinosaur bones you think you were seeing in the museums, most of these are plaster, resin, not the real thing. And the Chinese zodiac calendar just happens to have 11 real animals and 1 mythological creature. Dinosaurs are as real as the images of Earth NASA puts out. Just something to think about.
Is that milk? Is she drinking a cup of milk? Where's the cookies? How about that dragon's blood? If dragon's blood was that rare and had mysterious properties like people were saying, that would explain why they were hunted into extinction, driven far away.
Does anyone else feel like time is getting faster? Seriously, every day, week, month is just flying by lately and something just doesn't feel normal about it. And trust me, you're not the only one. Everyone feels it. Well, as it turns out, the universe might be dying, or it already ended and the Mayans were right this entire time. Like, didn't the 2020s just start and we're already halfway through the decade? You've probably seen this years of your life chart that explains why time feels to get faster as we age, showing you how each year that goes by becomes a smaller and smaller percentage of your total life lived so far, which is why the years feel like they go by quicker as we get older, but I'm not talking about that. I mean, objective time itself, by the hour, seems like it's faster than it used to be. It could be the 2020 effect, from which many people report the days, weeks, and months since 2020 seem like they're passing by at an alarming rate. Psychologists coined the term and proposed that the 2020 lockdowns caused a major disruption in our normal routines, making every day feel the same, distorting our sense of time. During the lockdowns, time sort of stood still. We basically did nothing for a whole year and then we're still heavily restricted for another year after that. When we do the same thing every day in confined environments, we lose our sense of time. But then as things returned to normal and social interactions, vacations, work, the regular flow of life came back, comparing this active lifestyle to the past 2 years of doing nothing, life started to feel as if it was moving at lightning speed and time sped up with it. But no, this is different. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. Everyone feels it. It has to be something more than that. What if the world, the entire universe actually, is ending? There are many scientifically backed theories that propose how the universe may end, one of which is called the Big Crunch. It's sort of just the opposite of the Big Bang, which was a huge explosion that created the entire universe. All matter, galaxies, black holes, stars, and planets that we have today. Scientists have observed that the universe itself is actually continually expanding out in every direction faster than the speed of light ever since. This is because of dark energy, the dominant force that causes this expansion, and we don't exactly know how it works.
Well, I have a theory on dark energy. What if CERN is every time they're trying to run that Hadron Collider, it's bringing more dark matter into our dimension? Just a theory. And it's like the veil from 2 different dimensions is getting thinner and thinner.
The Big Crunch hypothesizes that this expansion will eventually lose its momentum, slow down, and possibly even stop. If this happens, the force of gravity of all the objects inside this enormous universe would take over dark energy as the dominant force in play. And what does gravity do? Brings everything back to the center. All objects in the universe would slowly collide inwards towards each other, bringing the edge of the universe itself in with them. The entire universe gets smaller and denser denser, which makes it really hot and eventually collapses back to its singular point of infinite density that was the start of the Big Bang, which may even trigger a new Big Bang, and the universe would start all over again in an infinite cycle of big bangs and big crunches that goes on forever. And we're just currently living in one of those cycles. Now, the theory here is, since space and time are directly related, as per Einstein, when the fabric of space gets smaller, so does time. Imagine the entire timeline of the universe as a spring, and passing down the spring is us passing through time. As space collapses, that timeline spring, in theory, condenses as well, making the journey of passing down the spring shorter and quicker. So whereas before, getting from, say, day 1 to day 2 on the timeline of the universe took 1 unit of perceived time, now experiencing that same segment of time from day 1 to 2 only takes 0.9 units of perceived time, resulting in the same segment of time feeling like it goes by quicker.
Well, that's interesting. Let me tell you how else time is different. There it is. But beloved ones, let not this one matter be hidden from you, that with 1 day is 1,000 years. Do not let this be hidden from you. They're trying to hide this from you.
Do you follow me here? Just like in video editing, when you bring a clip into your timeline and increase the speed by 10%, it gets shorter. So now, what if the big crunch has already started, and we're experiencing that slight bit of condensed time as the universe is slowly starting to shrink? Cause I mean, it would be slow at first. Time's not gonna start accelerating significantly until the universe is much smaller in a couple 100 million years or whatever, where years will potentially go by in a matter of hours. What if we're in that initial stage of time shrinkage, where the length of a year feels just a little faster than what a year used to feel like? Cause a year was actually supposed to end it all just a little over a decade ago, 2012. For anyone that remembers, there was a huge doomsday prophecy going around in the years leading up to 2012 based on the Mayan calendar. Now, the Mayans, they were pretty damn smart. Their empire lasted for around 3,000 years, possibly longer, until they collapsed around 900 AD. The Maya were well known for their advanced knowledge of mathematics, astronomy, and time. They developed some of the most intricate timekeeping methods that we know as the Mayan calendar. Well, calendars, actually. The Mayans had around 20 calendars, a lot of which we don't even fully understand yet. But one of their most important ones was the long count calendar, which is different from any other ancient culture's calendar in the world. Rather than basing it off the solar cycles of us going around the sun, they broke it down into a series of day-night cycles since the last creation. The largest of these cycles was a Baktun, which was around 394 years. And 13 Baktuns would make a complete age, where everything would reset back to zero. They believed they were living in the fourth age, which started in August 3114 BC. 13 Baktuns after that gives us December 21st, 2012, the end of that age, which many people thought would mark the end of the world. But what if, through some divine knowledge of the Mayans, that just marked the end of the universe expanding? And it's been collapsing ever since, as per the Big Crunch, slowly but surely speeding time up with it. Because a lot of people claim things haven't really been the same since 2012, almost like we switched timelines. Coincidentally, in that exact same year, scientists in Switzerland apparently opened a black hole using the Large Hadron Collider, aka the Big Bang Machine, where particles are accelerated close to the speed of light in a 27-kilometer loop and smashed into each other, working on experiments meant to recreate the very first moments of the universe. CERN, the organization leading the research, discovered a new particle known as the Higgs boson, aka the God particle, in 2012. The Higgs boson is a special type of particle that we can't exactly interact with, but permeates the entire fabric of space and basically allows matter to exist. It's complicated, I know, which many scientists actually warned the creation of this particle may form a black hole that would consume the Earth and our entire solar system in a split second. Well, it actually might have already done that, and reality as we knew it ended in 2012. It happened so fast that none of us could notice, and we're currently living inside that black hole and are experiencing the time dilation effects of its immense gravity, or we just switched to a completely different timeline. Because if you look at it, that's also around the same time that people started having collective memories about things that never happened, known as the Mandela effect. You know, when a large group of people recall something being different than what it really was. Popular ones like the Berenstain Bears, Jif Peanut Butter, the Monopoly Man never had a monocle, the cornucopia in Fruit of the Loom, which I swear I can remember that one. We Are the Champions doesn't end with of the world. Remember the Energizer Bunny that strolled around beating his drum? He had a battery on his back, right? Nope, it is and always has been on his leg. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. The reason we have Mandela effects in the first place is because we're living in this alternate timeline where time's speeding up, and we occasionally get faint memories from our old timeline, which we all experience together. At the end of the day, we could just be getting older and perceiving every year that goes by as slightly quicker than the last. But I don't know, something just really feels off to me. Like the passing of time itself just got accelerated by magnitudes of what it used to be. These days are flying by at lightning speed, and I can't help but feel that maybe reality as we knew it will never be the same.
Like I said, it could be the dark matter that they're harvesting at CERN. We might need to dive into that. Let's see. Dark matter, CERN.
Science fiction fans, this is real. You have hopes there's a parallel universe out there? Scientists at Oak Ridge National Lab say they're looking. They haven't found it, but they're still trying to understand the mysteries in our universe. Here's Erica Lunsford.
Shows like this have brought up the thought of a parallel universe.
I've been contacted a lot by people asking about, the portals in this story. And for every person, it means something different.
Ever since news broke about research being done at Oak Ridge National Lab to see if neutrons could get through a portal, scientist Leah Broussard has found herself answering that question.
As a scientist, I'm inspired by what I read in science fiction. And it's really exciting to think about, portals for new and exotic places. But there is a lot about our universe that we don't understand.
Broussard says her experiment is not to see what other worlds are out there, but to learn more about dark matter, something that makes up 85% of the universe and something researchers know little about.
The portal that we're talking about is a figurative portal. It's not a literal doorway. We really just mean a new interaction between the neutron and the dark matter that we don't understand in the universe. The goal of the experiment was to see if we could see neutrons going through a wall that we knew should stop neutrons. The idea being, if neutrons might be transforming into dark matter doesn't seem to interact with our ordinary matter, so it would just pass through the wall, and then we can try to get the neutron to transform back.
While doing the experiment, Broussard says they never saw any sign of neutrons getting through the portal or wall, but if they did, it would be a game changer.
I think if we see a signal or we see evidence of a new particle, it doesn't mean that we found a new dimension or we found a new universe. It just means that we have a better understanding of the particles that are making up our universe.
In Knoxville, Erica Lunsford, WVLT News.
She says the lab in the future plans to do another experiments to find out if neutrons can transform into dark matter. Science fiction fans, this is real.
How many Hadron Colliders do they have out there collecting dark matter? What if every single Hadron Collider was just a dark matter harvester? Who knows how many are out there? How many they may have underground that we don't know about? Maybe that can explain why time is just flying. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Talk to me.
Tell us about CERN.
So the Large Hadron Particle Collider in Switzerland is this large circle where they're basically trying to create antimatter. They're trying to harness the God particle. There's a huge statue of Shiva the Destroyer outside of the center, and there have been some incredibly dark things witnessed at this space. There have been some people that have caught footage of them doing something that at a minimum looks like a reenactment of a human sacrifice. I don't know why you would do such a thing. Like, this all took place right in front of the Shiva the Destroyer statue. There have been many people that have come forward that that basically said when this particle collider is turned on, it actually tears the fibers of our space-time, and it's created kind of these parallel fractures in our timeline. There are also people that really believe that what they're trying to do is create a portal to unleash the demons, the spirits of the Nephilim, to basically let them come out of the gates of hell. They're using technology, something that we would perceive physically, to actually allow a portal for something multidimensional. That's all on the road to something that we won't be able to come back from if we're not careful.
Let me show you if I can find it. Because if you guys don't know already, they found Gilgamesh or Nimrod. They're the same people say, allegedly. So take a look at this. If they found him, are they trying to bring him back to life on some Frankenstein type experiment? Like all this stuff we've been reading about alchemy. You don't think that they know what they doing now? And what if dark matter is one of the necessary requirements to bring him back? Look at him, like he's about to open his eyes. Nobody knows what happened to this specimen. He could be locked up underground in cryostasis. Some people say this is an Anunnaki. Look at all the gold around him. This could be one of them. You guys tell me. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you thought I didn't have an excellent specimen for you today, think again. I got something new for you. That's right. Take a look at this. Feast your eyes on this. Check out these plants in this underwater tank. I believe all those plants are real. And look at how he has the bubbles, making it look like a underwater water fountain. How fascinating is that? But I personally would have changed the fish to something else. Or it really doesn't even need fish if you ask me. But I would definitely switch up the fish. At 8.7, we're going to start rating these. You know I gotta hit you with one more real quick. Look at how he has the fog. Oh my goodness. I wonder if that works as a humidifier as well. Looking like an old Japanese forest. Those have to be real plants too, by the way. Look at the town up top. I believe those are angelfish at the bottom. Wow. I'm gonna have to start rating these. I would give this one this rating a 9.5. This is truly exceptional. Code word for today is Thursday Thunder. Drop Thursday Thunder in the comments below. When you do that, that lets me know you're a real one. You made it all the way through the video. You really rock with your boy. And I just want to say thank you. Your support means the world to me. Honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I love you guys. We may be going live soon on Jet Ski Truck. I'm trying, y'all, to work it out into my schedule, but we're going to make it work one of these days. Be sure you hit that like and subscribe button before you head out. Share this one if you really enjoyed it. With that being said, this was the most disturbing videos on the internet today. See you later.